Hey everyone, welcome to Wax Pack Wisdom. I'm Jake T. O'Donnell. Today we're opening these packs of old Upper Deck cards from 2000 and 2001. We got the 2000 Black Diamond and the 2001 MVP Baseball. So let's see what we get in these. These are the last packs of the ones. I think the last ones are the ones that I bought from National Card Investors. My visit there, and I am gonna cut this because I'm so bad at opening the tops of these. So let's see what we get in the 2000 pack. All right, Ben Grieve with the Athletics. He was honestly was a really excellent rookie. He was a Rookie of the Year, I believe. I don't remember what year exactly. And of course, as often the case with these cards, they stick together a bit. So we'll make sure that we get check out the right ones. Ooh, that one looks a little different. We'll see what that is in a second. Yeah, Ben Grieve was with the A's good. Like I said, pretty good player. Rookie of the Year winner. His dad, Tom Grieve, also played in the big leagues. Oh, that's an awesome Cal Ripken Jr. How about that? That's a cool card. I don't know if this is like numbered or anything. I don't think so. I think it's just usually they have like the diamonds. That's what makes them a little bit different. This one, I don't think there's anything. It's just a cool card. And this is right at the end with Ripken. 2001 is his last year. The streak ends in 98. I remember that because I did get to see him during the streak, which is one of the things as a baseball fan that I feel very lucky that I can say that I got to see him during the streak. The Red Sox played the Orioles at Fenway Park in June of that year, and the streak ended in September. I mean, my favorite non-Red Sox player growing up, for sure. I've talked quite a bit about Ripken. It was so special pulling that Topps traded rookie of his out of a box shortly after we started the channel, but we'll leave Ripken there. Next is Jay Buhner. Talk about great guys from the 90s. I mean, the Mariners teams were so much fun, and Buhner was just this ridiculous power hitter. Didn't hit for a high average or anything like that, and I think he had a really good throwing arm from the outfield, but he was mostly known for his power, and man, could he hit the ball hard, and he could hit it far. And he was fun in the middle of that lineup with Ken Griffey Jr. and A-Rod and those guys. All right, we got a Mark McGwire Diamond Nation. McGwire was on the cover of this. It's kind of gotten messed up through the years, clearly here, but it is nonetheless. This is a cool card. Yeah, unfortunately, maybe that'll come off. This is the Mark McGwire is the only major leaguer to hit a home run of more than 500 feet in 1998 and amassed nearly 6 miles of long balls in his record-breaking 70 homer season for St. Louis. That is really cool. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it got a bit messed up being stacked up against that previous card, but a cool card nonetheless. Diamond Nation, Big Mac, who, again, this era, this time period, he was the man. And we didn't know about the whole steroid thing quite yet. I guess it was kind of out there at the time, but it didn't become really known until much later. I think this year, 2000, I think this was his last year. Maybe he played in 2001 also. But his career ended, I would say, somewhat abruptly, a couple of years after breaking the home run record. And then, of course, 2001, it gets broken by Barry Bonds. There's Derek Jeter. How about that? And yeah, unfortunately, these cards got a bit damaged through the years, but this is a great pack. I mean, you've got some great players here between the two great shortstops really of one passing the baton to the other here with Ripken and then Jeter, and this is during his great period, of course. Year 2000, 99, 2000, the Yankees are world champions both of those years, and what a great player. And then another Yankee, great, Tino Martinez. I think we had pulled a Tino card from a different pack too. So the Yankees annoyed the hell out of me during this stretch as a Red Sox fan. The Red Sox lost to the Yankees in the ALCS in 1999. But you see those years there. Tino comes over from the Mariners, and they win the World Series in 96, 98, 99, as well as 2000. And Tino is just such a steady ball player, and somebody who I always respected. Tino Martinez, just really good player. And then he left the Yankees and played, I think, a few years with the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken. So Cool stuff nonetheless. Very good. All right. So that we got that cool McGuire card, but nothing too crazy in that pack. And then so let's see what we get in this pack of 2001 Upper Deck. This is the this is the MVP baseball with Griffey Jr. on the cover. All right. So first is Wes Helms. Can't really say I know a lot about Wes Helms. I think he was like a corner infielder type guy. Phil Nevin with the Padres. Really good hitter, power hitter, and then has spent time in the big leagues as a manager. Rusty Greer, who was also a really good hitter with the Rangers. Good power hitter. And then he may have been a little overshadowed on some of those those Rangers teams, especially after they signed A-Rod. Ruben Mateo, the Rangers as well. And again, a name I kind of remember, but not really. Hey, Alex Cora. There we go. Manager of the Boston Red Sox, world champion, player with the Red Sox in 2007, world champion manager 2018. Red Sox are lucky to have him. They're lucky they got him back. Obviously, he, was involved in what happened with Houston. He's never shied away from it. It did happen. He paid his penalty, did his time, and he's come back. And he's really, truly one of my favorite managers the Red Sox have ever had. So here's a funny story about Alex Cora. I actually started a Facebook group when I was in college called the Alex Cora Fan Club, and it still exists. I still occasionally get people request to join. He's somebody that just engenders a lot of respect from me, especially, and I've always been such a fan of him. The reason why I started that fan club back then is because he just did as a ball player, he just did everything right. He wasn't a great power hitter by any means, but he was solid defensively. He was good putting the bat on the ball. And he just, I remember thinking back then that someday he's going to be a big league manager. And thankfully I was right. So that's a nice one. I will definitely be hanging on to that card. Corey Patterson was a pretty good hitter back in the day. Years with the Cubs. I kind of remember him with the Orioles as well for whatever reason. Reggie Sanders, I felt like his teams were on the playoffs every year. He was just a really good outfielder, kind of a guy, especially a guy to come off the bench. And you see with the Diamondbacks, I think he's there. This is the year the Diamondbacks won the World Series. So he was a really good, just like a 20, 25 homer guy, like 300 hitter, and kind of do whatever was needed. So pretty cool to get that one. And then the drawing power, Frank Thomas. I love that card. That's awesome. So the year 2000, the White Sox are really good. Like, they make the playoffs that year. It says here, Thomas showed he was still one of the baseball's best hitters in 2000. He set new career highs in homers and RBI while leading the Sox to the postseason. And some of those guys were on the team again in 2005 when they won the World Series. Frank Thomas was not really part of that team. He was injured. He got his World Series ring, of course, and then he didn't go. He went and kind of spent the rest of his career bouncing around between the Blue Jays and the A's, and then was made the Hall of Fame. I just remember, his nickname was the Big Hurt. He was just legitimately terrifying. Like, you just did not want him ever coming up in a big spot in a game because he could just hit the ball out of the ballpark anytime. Just an absolute gargantuan human being, just terrifying. And he could hit for a good average, too. Like, he was just a complete hitter. Not much of a first baseman. He had, for his size, for whatever reason, he had, the worst throwing arm I can ever remember a first baseman having. But he was just such a incredible presence as a power hitter. So we will leave Big Hurt. Actually, let's do this. Let's put Cal over here. Let's put Jeter there. I'm going to move these cards over here. And we're going to put Big Hurt right there. So that's it. So we got some nice cards here. Thanks very much for watching. Hope folks enjoy these pack rips. It's always a good time for me. It's fun to walk down memory lane and think about, these are some of my favorite guys. Even Jeter. I had a grudging respect for Jeter, but Tell me what you thought of this. If there's anybody that I glossed over that you have a little more details or interesting things you want to say about them, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Check out where to follow us on social media. Check out our ComC store. And please check out our list of favorite nonprofits and charities. It would mean a lot if you could support one of them. So thanks so much for watching this edition of Wax Pack Wisdom, and we will see you next time. Take care.